guys, today was very, very interesting. I just wanted to tell you, I'm on my phone, so there could be like some weird lighting, but um I'm like in this high rise and like the light is like right in my face. You guys have no idea what happened to me today. So, you guys know that I've been dealing with a bunch of people that are just like senseless and reckless because we're in Judgment Day. We're like at the point where Judgment Day is going to go into a specific strange state where people are just fast tracked into the lake of fire. You guys have no idea that today I was out and about and I specifically ran into somebody that directly had their hand in creating the situation and amping it to the point that it's at right now. You really do not know. I'm so sorry. Like my mind is in a few different places because of what I just got finished doing, but you really just don't know how serious it is. What has happened to this person because of their involvement? This person is a stone cold heroin addict because of what they were doing. They were completely unrecognizable. I was like, wait, hold on. Is that? Whoa. I even got on their bus. I was like, no, I just have to make sure. Is this you? Whoa. I said, God is really working here. I'm going to just keep it super duper real with you. You guys, some of you guys may be like, okay, I don't care for the drama anymore. I really didn't to begin with. I don't really care for all the chaos that they had going on. I don't care for the back and forth, for the nonsense, for any of it. I know that there's a lot going on with court with a lot of us, and a lot of us are waiting to be able to move forward from this situation. I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm just going to tell you right now, I don't care about the money. I don't care what they're doing. They can harass me as much as they want. They can do whatever because what I saw today shook my core so badly, restored my faith so badly. God was like, "Here, do you wanted to see something? You wanted to see proof? Look at their downfall. I told you only I can work it. Only I can do it." Some of you guys are waiting to see some of your karmics fall from like 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. I'm telling you, it doesn't have to take that long. I did everything that God told me to do. I used to work for .io. I did my speech. I aligned with my higher self. I stopped eating meat. I taught. Did what my Akasha told me to do. Like, oh, I'm supposed to be doing public divination. So I need to be reading tarot publicly somewhere, right? Like, oh, my Akasha said I'm supposed to be in health. So I need to be doing some type of health study or finishing like some type of health training program, right? That type of stuff. And God just handled it. I'm going to go ahead and read the Bible for you guys because you guys need this type of reassurance for you to know that what you want to see in your situation is going to end up happening. When I say like, I was like, whoa. I was just like, you know what? I was talking in the streets. I was like, God is so good. Let God handle it. Somebody just came to me and said, you know what? You're so right. And we just started talking about Bible verses and he gave me Book of Romans or something like that I'm going to go read into. But I got Psalm 119. Here, I'm going to read this for you. And I didn't even read this before I like opened this up. I just like was like, oh, let me just open this up now. It says, how happy are those whose way is blameless, who walk according to the Lord's instruction. Pew, pew, pew. Play with it. Just play with it, baby. I'm telling you. Happy are those who keep his decrees and seek him with all their heart. They do nothing wrong. They walk in his ways. Stop. You have commanded that your precepts be diligently kept. If only my ways were committed to keeping your statutes, then I would not be ashamed. When I think about all your commands, I will praise you with an upright heart. Right? When I learn your righteous judgments, I will keep your statutes. Never abandon me. And it says here, Beth, she's speaking. Beth. The funny thing is, Beth is the name of my, oh my God. Beth is the name of my old boss. And the funny thing is, the place where I was working, where I met her, is where I met this person that started all this shit. Yes, and it says it right here, Beth. First it said I left, and now it says Beth. Psalms 119, Beth is right there. It says, how can a young man keep his way pure? By keeping your word. I have sought you with all my heart. Don't let me wander from your commands. I have treasured your word in my heart so that I might not sin against you. Lord, may you be blessed. Teach me your statutes. With my lips, I proclaim all the judgments from your mouth. I will rejoice in the way revealed by your decrees as much as in all riches. I will meditate on your precepts and think about your ways. You're so out of control. You know I'm reading the Bible. I will delight in your statutes. I will not forget your word. Whoa. 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 And I don't think that that is a coincidence, especially after what just happened. I just said I just finished doing something and all these different words in here in this Bible verse. You guys have to understand that this is so fucking serious. To do a reading, I'm actually going to be going on Patreon to finish the rest of the readings for this month because they were very, very intense. I actually had to take a break to like restore myself so I can go back in and finish the rest of them. So I'm going to go finish some of them today. God is going to come through for me. Thank you, Miss Jenny. So much has happened in my life. I'm telling you, in the last like 4 years, some people wouldn't have even believed that I'm still here, but I believe in a higher power. I believe in God. I don't get involved in nonsense. I'm not a fanatic or things like that because some people can take it out of control. I feel like when God leads me to the word, that's when I engage in it. There's some people that are like they're pastors and preachers and stuff like that. They do it 24/7. Thank God bless you, because we need people that are doing that. I'm holding it down in a different way, right? Like I'm doing other things in other categories and capacities. But I just had to come down here and tell you guys what I found today. Sorry, I just bless me, right? Right, I just had to come and tell you guys about my experience today. If you would have seen me, I was like, whoa, I had an episode in the streets. I said, God did it. I said, wait, hold on. God did that to you. The person was just looking at me like, how are you still looking good? Well, how do you look like that? Why do you look like that? The way she looked at me was like, why do you look like that after all that I did? On the streets of San Francisco, homeless, broke on heroin because of what they fucking started in playing. That is God right there. So now I have another a Bible verse, and this is no, no, nah, no, yeah, chapter 20. I'm in the book of Matthew, chapter 20. It says, for the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner. It's like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire workers for his vineyard. There's also something about, that's strange, but there's something about like some of you guys looking for your family members. Like, oh, he was like a seasonal worker. He went missing and they were like trafficking them to different farms. They've actually found that whole distribution line because of night transportation and a few IC3 reports. And you're going to find that man. So some of you guys needed this. Like, oh, I'm looking for somebody. Yeah, that's true. And his birthday is on the 20th, the 21st. This is going to come up again. Somebody needed to hear this. It's not just me. Somebody needed to hear this. I'm still doing meditations. Yeah, the meditations, you guys, it's unfortunate. Somebody opened up a hole in my head with virtual reality. So like, that there's always sound coming in my ears. So when I'm meditating, like I'm hearing it. So I'm at the point where I'm like getting over it. You see what I'm saying? So eventually I'm going to be able to like do meditations without having to hear that nonsense like in my ear, right? So it says, for the kingdom of heaven is like a landowner for his vineyard. It's like a landowner who went out early in the morning to hire workers for his vineyard. Gavin Newsom, who's also involved in this and who started this and who's getting hit. After agreeing with the workers on 1 denarius, he sent them into his vineyards for the day. When he went out about 9 in the morning, because I gotta get up early in the morning. One of you guys is getting up early in the morning. You're looking for jobs. You're going to job fairs. You're doing all you need to do. You're going to get a job. That's for you. You're going to get a job very soon. You're actually going to get 2 jobs. Some of you guys may even get 3 jobs. So it says here, he went out in about 9 in the morning. He saw others standing in the marketplace doing nothing. He said to them, there's something called the market on Market Street. There's a security guard that works there that he's being looked for in the Ethiopian community because he's been committing war crimes. Somebody's looking for him and he looks like You could tell who it is because he looks enchanted, like he's in a dua watching himself eating feces or watching himself like do like deplorable things. It's like a spell that they put on people. Like when you do stuff like that, they put a spell on you so you can see yourself in other places. So he looks like he's enchanted. You and his family is involved with something with farms from Ethiopia. You also go into my vineyard and I'll give you whatever is right. So off they went. About noon and at about 3, he went out again and did the same thing. Somebody lied on a police report and said that somebody did something around noon or 3 o'clock and they weren't there. So off they went. About noon and about 3, he went out again and did the same thing. Then about 5, he went out, and somebody needs to watch children coming home from after school. You're going to find somebody that's been playing with somebody and targeting people's kids. Then about 5, he went out and found others standing around and said to them, "Why have you been standing here all day doing nothing?" Because no one hired us, they said to him. And this is another, wow. Didn't I say that somebody's going to get a job? This is another thing. A lot of these karmics that went to go play like that and they were starting shit with me and causing calamity and drama, these karmics cannot find a job. You guys are going to find out that your karmic has gotten arrested, or your karmic is in jail, or sorry, your karmic has gotten fired, or your karmic is completely like unemployable. It's one thing being jobless and unemployed, but there's something where you are unemployable. No one hired us. You also go into my vineyards, he told them. Like I said, somebody's going to get a job. When evening came, the owner of the vineyard told his foreman, "Call the workers and give them their pay, starting with the last and ending with the first." Wow. Something about land rights and something with labor rights is going to end up blowing up for somebody, and you're going to be like, God did it. Something's going to end up blowing up because you guys know that somebody from the what's that place called? The SCIU 1451, I think, in Oakland, they just got murdered because of what was going on with labor trafficking. That's very unfortunate, but something's going to end up happening. That was Matthew verse 20 in the Bible, and it's called the triumphal entry. You see? So there could also be something with re-entry too, where some of you guys are looking for your people. Like, he was supposed to be getting out of jail and going to a halfway house. Where is he? You're going to find him. They took him for work. So people are going to be finding their people. Do I have another Bible verse? I have one more. No. Judges. I have the book of Judges. War against Benjamin. They told him, this is chapter 18, verse 18. They told him, "Be quiet, keep your mouth shut. Come with us and be a father and a priest to us. Is it better for you to be a priest for the house of one person, or for you to be a priest for a tribe and a family in Israel?" So the priest was pleased and took his ephod, household idols, and carved image and went with the people. They prepared to leave, putting their dependents, livestock, and possessions in front of them. Wow, this is also something coming up with the archdiocese and the church. People looking for their people. People finding out that these pastors are getting caught. People finding out that something's going on with the church and that they're hiding people in the church at night. It's like a Spanish church that they're hiding them, or something like that. And then there's like some place in LA, like off Western Avenue. It's like if you're going towards Lake MacArthur, it's like a party hall part-time, and like it's like a party hall or something like that. It's like by Target. I'm just seeing all these different places flash into my consciousness. They're hiding people there. And I guess people needed to see this to know, like, oh, God is going to help me in my situation. Those are just the messages that I had. So some of you guys wanted a reading. These are the messages. There's somebody that's like, okay, is there something for me? There is something for you in Ephesians. Yeah, you just said, okay. You just went like this. Yeah, I can see you. I'm watching you. And then you started smiling. Yeah, she just went like this. I can see you. I can see you. I just copied all of her like facial movements so she knows I'm watching. That's the type of divination too. Ephesians. (6:36). And that's how you know it was God, because remember, it could be 637, right? I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Later, I'm going to do something on statistics for you guys, which is going to show you that God runs numbers too. 636, Ephesians. I've already read this chapter because I marked it up. So, chapter Ephesians verse 4. Therefore, I, the prisoner in the Lord, didn't I tell you that's something about re-entering in jail? Therefore, I, the prisoner in the Lord, urge you to live worthy of the calling you have received. Didn't I tell you that if you're walking in your truth and you're living in your calling, that you're always going to get help and God is always going to deal with your enemies because you're in alignment? With all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, making every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit. Just as you were called to one hope at your calling. This sounds like somebody's having sex. There's one body and one Spirit. Just as you were called to the one hope at your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism. One God and one Father of all, who is above all and through all and in all. Now grace was given to each one of us according to the measure of Christ. Wow. Grace was given to each one of us according to the measure of Christ. That's statistical right there. Something's going to come out with measurements and somebody, why do I get this one and they don't get that one? How come I'm not getting enough and they're getting this? Why is it that we're being mistreated and we're not getting enough? Grace is my grandma's name. You guys have to, didn't I tell you that God is statistical and they're talking about measurements here? I see, right? So you needed to know that because there's something about measurements, there's something about flour, there's something about why somebody's trying to feed you something, there's something about, did I do this properly? Is this recipe correct? There's something about that there. Like, should you be buying this at this price or should you go to a cheaper store and get that? There could be something on a day where you decide to go to the cheaper store, even though it's a little bit farther. You're going to find a whole bunch of stuff that it's like, I'm so glad I came here or I ran into my soulmate on this day. So Christ's gifts right here. When he ascended on high, he took the captives captive. He gave gifts to people. Somebody's going to get captured too. There could be something where somebody needs to get captured. And I feel like there could be a Scooby-Doo van involved. That's all I have. I just want to tell you guys that I saw somebody get knocked the fuck down today and they deserved it. And they deserve everything that they're getting. And that's how I was like, oh, everyone's getting hit. That's done. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. Bye.